Every day we hear about frivolous lawsuits and the need for reform. But what about the dramatic increase in the size and scope of criminal law? Should the average person be concerned? I'm Molly Stark, and this is Heritage in Focus.
Until the average American finds himself facing a criminal prosecution or conviction, he's generally unaware of how easy it is today to become a criminal, even for conduct that he didn't know was illegal. Most Americans are aware of the explosion in civil law that's made it so easy to win a frivolous lawsuit, such as by suing a restaurant for injuries caused by spilling coffee on yourself. But an even more dangerous explosion has occurred in American criminal law. Today there are so many criminal offenses that every attempt to number them has failed. The most recent study estimated that Congress alone has enacted over 4,000 criminal offenses. Federal regulatory agencies have enacted another 10,000 federal criminal offenses. What this means is that no one can know all of the conduct that he must avoid in order to avoid becoming a criminal. What may be worse is that it's no longer necessary for the government to prove that the person acted with criminal intent. For centuries, the government had to prove that the person acted with criminal intent in order to obtain a conviction. But in the last 30 years or so, Congress has routinely enacted criminal offenses that include no meaningful criminal intent requirement. The presumption of innocence, the right to trial by jury, the right to an attorney, none of these procedural safeguards are sufficient to protect a person from an unjust conviction if the government doesn't have to prove criminal intent. But there is some good news. A growing body of legal scholars, of bar organizations, advocacy groups, and even members of Congress have begun to recognize the over-criminalization problem and are beginning to work to reverse it. Congress and the American public have to resist the temptation to create a new federal criminal offense every time the media spotlights some particularly heinous crime or in order to solve all of society's supposed ills.
The over-criminalization of America is something everyone should be worried about. For more information on this issue, please visit overcriminalize.com, a product of the Heritage Foundation. I'm Molly Stark, and this is Heritage in Focus.